to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond.
I should have moved down for now.
This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Blake, and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. There's nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope that this Orca Encounter will help you better understand these magnificent creatures and all they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales really are a natural wonder, and Orkid and Makani are going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath of air at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. Looks like their eyes are located in that white patch, but that's a visual distraction. Your eyes are really located in the black area in front of the white patch, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale's back is called a dorsal fin, which helps stabilize orcas as they swim and helps regulate their body temperature. There's no bone or muscle in the dorsal fin, so you may see it curve. The flippers on either side of the whale are called pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside of them, just like our human hand. The lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. Tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them up to 30 miles an hour, which is as fast as our speedboats. But they swim the fastest, and they use the most power when propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication. A peck slap might be used to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother might use a peck slap to get her calves' attention. However, when they really want to be heard, killer whales preach! Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a better view of the surroundings while they hunt. Fluke slaps are another form of communication that killer whales use out in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Killer whales are great communicators, so it's no wonder they're at the top of our ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world.
Alright, come on down. Alright, you two, yeah. Come on down, you can take a seat right over there. And then you're going to hold onto the handle. There's already some water down there to get your feet a little pre-wet. Alright. You guys, it's 55 degrees. Ready to get wet? Alright, are you guys ready to see them get wet? Alrighty, here they come. Woo! All that 55-degree saltwater coming your way. Nicely done. You guys are soaked. Round of applause for our very brave volunteers. High five, guys. You did it. Nicely done. Nice. Alright. Come on up, guys. Now, killer whales are found in all of our world's oceans, so it's no surprise they eat all different types of prey, including other whales. The animal that you see on the screen behind me is a blue whale, which is the largest animal on Earth. The blue whale is 5 times longer and 15 times heavier than a killer whale. So, how does a whale the size of Orkid take down a blue whale? Well, that's all possible because killer whales are ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Plays an important part of everyday lives for killer whales. It's how to teach your young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Killer whales spend a lot of time interacting and showing their playful side out in the wild and right here at SeaWorld too. Porpoising is when a killer whale swims really fast at the surface of the water, briefly breaking out of it momentarily. You can see them do this when riding in the wake of a boat or when surfing a wave. Killer whales love to be touched and will rub their bellies on rocks when they can. You can see Orchid demonstrating the same behavior in our slide out, just like the whales in British Columbia do. You'll also see killer whales imitating each other. It's how they teach each other new things. Our whales here are constantly mimicking and learning from each another. Playful behavior always has a purpose. A tail whip might be used to stun a pool of fish. But today, our whales might just be stunning each and every single one of you. We interact with our whales all day, every day. It allows us to build trusted relationships with them and provide them with research, healthcare, and quality of life. Our whales take an active role in participating in their own healthcare and their well-being. For example, you might see one of our whales flip over and present us with the bottom of their tail fluke. This allows us to get a voluntary blood sample from them. You can see Makani demonstrating the same behavior over on stage. Another husbandry behavior is having our whales slide up onto a scale so we can monitor their weight. You can see Orchid doing it in the video behind us. Our whales will even allow us to get a breath sample from their blowhole. It's all due to the incredible relationships that we build every single day right here at SeaWorld. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to a very special whale. Swimming around the pool, we have Orkid and we have Makani. Now Makani is our youngest whale at 10 years old and is super fun and goofy and loves to play. And Orchid is actually the first killer whale born here at SeaWorld San Diego. Both whales are incredible whales, and I am so glad and so lucky that I get to be a part of the team that comes in each and every single day to help care for them and provide them with a quality of life. These whales inspire me to help their wild counterparts. We challenge our whales every single day to learn something new and stimulate their minds. Diet and exercise keep our whales in great shape.
Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Whales in the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them straight off the beach. Watch as Makani demonstrates the same behavior right here in our slide out. Antarctic killer whales will actually create waves, washing over floating ice and knocking seals into the water. You can see Orchid demonstrating the same wave-making technique here in the front of the pool, demonstrating one of the many impressive and complex hunting abilities that killer whales have developed around
SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today,